Good morning, East High. So today is time for your announcements. Thanks for showing up. Before I go over the official announcements, I thought I would take a moment and show you some things on your Canvas page, on your dashboard of your Canvas page, because there's some important announcements on there as well. So first of all, there's information about purchasing this year's yearbook, if you haven't done so already. So a little advertisement about why you should do it, and then there's a link here that you can pay for it if you wish. Also, there's an announcement on Canvas about East Volleyball, and talking about if you want to play for next year. There's a summer training that starts on June 7th, and tryouts are August 2nd and 3rd if you're interested in that. You don't have to attend these things to make the team, but it really does help. There's also a copy of the senior letter, which is really important for you seniors. It has all sorts of information about graduation and important dates. There's this link for Beast Bucks that tells you how specifically to spend your Beast Bucks and where you can do that. This is one of the things I wanted to show you, is there is actually a yearbook grant application. So if the yearbook's a bit on the expensive side for you, if you're having a hard time affording it, there is a little bit of help towards it. It doesn't cover the whole cost, but it helps. So if you would like to see if you can get some of the costs covered, you would still have to spend $30, and you would need to do that by May 28th. But here is a link to the application. It'll just take you here to this Microsoft Forms document. East High Jazz Company has their Performance Elevate May 24th through 26th at 7. Go check that out. You can scan this QR code for ticket info. There's some information about senior night coming up this week. And let's get into the announcements. There they come. Okay, so there's still a calendar on there that shows you when all the different AP test dates are. Here we are on the 19th, so some have already passed, but we have a few coming up, so keep track of that. Still some information about the civics test for you seniors that haven't passed that. And also information about if you signed up for a concurrent class. Some of these dates have already passed, but if you've already signed up, remember that you need to submit your qualifying test scores to Salt Lake Community College by Wednesday, May 26th. That's next week. Again, this one's important, and I know I talk about it every week, but for those of you in here that are 9th through 11th grade, if you got behind, if you have any sort of credit that you need to recover, get on top of it now. Don't let it build up. Don't let it be a weight on your shoulders. So sign up for summer school so that you can actually recover some of those credits. Talk to your counselor, because you do need a counselor referral to do this. So do that quickly so that you can get your spot for those classes. I talked about the yearbook. There's free Gear Up tutoring like there always is. And I'm going to go fast over some of these things because they're repetitive. Graduation, you already know, is June 4th at 4. That morning is at East High School is graduation practice. That time and place is in your graduation letter, and it's also on the East High's homepage. You can bring 4 guests per graduate. Make sure that you bring your mask. Make sure that you bring your ticket for your guest, and make sure you're on track to graduate for sure. And I don't know if you saw the letter from the superintendent that went out last night. But Salt Lake City School District is not going to waive the mask requirements the last week of school. If you didn't know this, the state of Utah, the governor, gave schools the option of releasing that mask requirement for the last week of school. So they're leaving it up to the district, and our district said that they're not going to do that, which I fully agree with. Now, there's some important senior dates through here that you should be checking out. Again, some of these have passed. But for those of you that want to do East High Credit Recovery that's sponsored by East High, the last day of final deadline to submit information for that is the 21st. And all your work is due the 24th through the 28th. We have blocked E-awards coming up. Starting June 1st, that's when textbooks and fees and fines are due. For you seniors, you've been at East High long enough, you know those lines can get kind of crazy, so take care of those fines soon. And then also starting June 1st, you seniors can start dropping off your school-issued laptop and equipment, like if you had a hotspot. And then June 3rd, there's COVID testing, which is required to participate in graduation. So those of you graduating, make sure that you have that on your calendar. It starts at 1 o'clock in the big gym. And then here's that graduation rehearsal I was telling you about. That's mandatory. That's from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. in the auditorium on June 4th. And then, of course, graduation later that day. We already talked about Beast Bucks. Here is your upcoming sports events. So we have a boys lacrosse state game on the 21st. We have a girls game today, and also the 21st and the 25th, all state games. Softball, we have a few different state games starting tomorrow on the 20th, the 21st, and the 25th. Track and field, there's a meet that is continuing today. It started yesterday at Davis. Tennis, state at Liberty Park tomorrow and also on the 22nd. The current edition of East Student newspaper is out, so check it out. It's awesome. Senior night is coming up this week, this Friday. It's $15. It's at 8 o'clock at the softball field, and you're going to be able to dance and eat. It looks like a good time to me. And we've gone over math tutoring and the scholarship course in Canvas, and everything else is a repeat of things that have been on here the entire year. Now, just because I don't particularly talk about them with you on this pre-recording doesn't mean that they're not important. So this PowerPoint has a lot of good links in it for different resources for mental health, for COVID, for internet, for all sorts of things. So make sure that you check out the link to the PowerPoint if you ever need to come back to it. You can always come back to this and see this information on your own. Okay, so make sure you fill out today's exit ticket and let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I'm here to help you. Be talking to your teachers. Really, this week and next week are the last full academic weeks of school. That first week of June, there's definitely school, but students are going to be turning in their laptops. Students are going to be turning in their textbooks. You guys that have been here for a while, you know that those class days can be a little bit loose. And so a lot of your teachers are wrapping up your grades this week and next week. And so make sure that you're talking to them. It's now or never as far as making up any sort of work. Let me know if I can help you with that. If you're a little shy or if you're having a hard time talking to one of your teachers, send me a message. I'm happy to help you out. Remember, you can contact me by email. You can come up and see me in my classroom, 4102, up on the D floor. We also have that Remind chat link that you can use in our Canvas page. Okay? So contact me if I can help you. I hope you're all well. Stay healthy. Peace out.